Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Miami Dolphins, and whoa, whew, what a day to be a Dolphins fan, man. It was a crazy day today. It was everything that some things weren't as I wanted them to be. Obviously, you never get what you want always. Like every box, you never really can check every single box in any kind of NFL game. But so let's get into the bad first. Obviously, you got to get to the bad, then you got to get to the good. You got to eat your green beans before you can get your ice cream sundae. So let's get to the bad part. The bad part of this game was the starters. The starters played like absolute trash. And I'm talking about the offense. The offense played like absolute garbage. The offense had no excuses. The defense had an excuse that half of our starters weren't playing. Mario Williams was playing. Cam Wake wasn't playing. Sue wasn't playing. Maxwell wasn't playing. I don't think Rashad Jones played. So at least the defense had that. The offense came out, and I was like, okay, let's just see what this offensive line can do with this defensive line. I said that in the video where I can't wait video building up to this game. And that's one of the things that I was really looking forward to. How well can this offensive line hold up against a very good New York Giants defensive line with David Harris, Olivier Vernon? So I was like, all right, let's see how they can do. They absolutely did garbage, guys. It was awful. It was so bad. It was so bad, okay? It was like, I don't understand, like, it was so bad. I don't even know how to explain in words. They could not guard, they couldn't block anything. In the run game, there were so many holding calls, and 2 drives, guys. There were 2 drives with this stupid offensive line. Holding calls, penalties galore, we couldn't get a run game established. One of the biggest problems of last season was we couldn't get second and shorts, third and shorts. That was like one of the biggest problems with our offense. And they did the same exact thing. We could not push that defensive line to save our lives, for God's sakes. Billy Turner, I think, played. Billy Turner played awful. Dallas Thomas played crapping terrible. It was just bad. It was so bad. It was disgusting, guys. It was pretty disgusting. Ryan, I do not blame Ryan Tannehill for any of this. He didn't have 3 seconds back there to go through his progression at all. The one pass he completed, I think, was to Jarvis Landry, and that was underneath, and that was to get the ball out of his hands fast before he got crapping pinned like a harpoon by Olivier Vernon. Absolute garbage. I'm so mad at our offensive line. Okay, second thing I want to talk about, our defense. Let's get to the good. Okay, the bad part about our defensive line. At least in the first drive, obviously the only people that there was no starters that played. I think Andre Branch played on the starters that we put out there for the preseason game. I'm not sure. You guys have to do something, but we could not stop the run. And I'm not blaming our defensive line because the New York Giants had most of their offensive starters. They had Eric Flowers out there. I think they had Justin Pugh out there. So they were going up against mostly NFL starting offensive line, and we had basically none of our starters on that defensive line. So I'm going to give them a pass. Like I said, they have excuses. Obviously, they let up a touchdown drive, but they have excuses. Rashad Jennings just absolutely destroyed us, but they have an excuse about, well, we don't have most of our starters on our unit. The offense does not have that excuse in my mind. Like, they just don't. That's not an excuse, man. And it wasn't like our wide receivers did terrible, like they couldn't get open. It wasn't like Ryan did bad. It was our offensive line, man. And this is the stuff that's been happening over these years, and I'm sick and tired of it, man. Fix the problem. Fix the problem, man. Okay, so let's get into the good part. The good part of this game was, obviously, we won the game, which doesn't really matter. It's preseason. But every young player that we played out there made a play. Thomas Durante had a touchdown. Jakeem Grant had over 100 yards in total yards, and I'm talking special teams. Receiving stats alone, he had like 65 yards, 4 or 5 on catches. He one, I think, was overthrown by Matt Moore. So he did amazing. Jakeem Grant balled out like I expected him to. I was very, very happy about that. Leonte Crew came out and played. He made some plays. He had a couple catches. Matt Hazel had a 51-yard touchdown. Another young player that we've had a long time, obviously, but still came out and produced. Thomas Durante, I always say his name wrong, had that touchdown on that bootleg. Let's talk about the defense. Bobby McCain, thank God you showed up to this game. I'm so happy you showed up to this game. At least you're out here playing. Bobby. Bobby, like, kicked it off for us. He had that sick pick, man. It's such a hard... If anybody has ever played football in their life, you know how hard of a pick that was. So, obviously our defense, again, good our good thing about this was our young players flourished and showed what they could do. Our defense played amazing in terms of our Bobby McCain played amazing. Our secondary played really well in the second team secondary and everything like that. So they played really well. Our defensive line, that's what I was going to talk about. I kind of got sidetracked. Our defensive line played amazing. They played absolutely amazing. The Giants could not handle our defensive line. The Giants offensive line called for so many offensive holding penalties. I think it was 3 or 4 by halftime, which is amazing stat for our defensive line. They kept getting pressure. They got Chris McCain. I can't believe I forgot about Chris McCain. Chris McCain came out to play, ladies and gentlemen. This man came out and just balled out. Straight balled out. I'm very happy with Chris McCain. Terrence Vidic came out straight balled out. So again, young players playing very well, and I'm happy. I'm happy overall. I'm mad about it with our starters on the offensive side of the ball. I'm extremely upset with them, but it is what it is, guys. I am also here. I'm gonna leave you guys off with 2 of the highlights that stood out to me from this game. Obviously, and also I want to apologize. I do not have any edits below like I usually do, like text or anything for this video, because this video is gonna be extremely long, and I'm not gonna have enough material to fill it, so I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So that is going to be it, guys. I am Skyxter1083. A wild day for us Dolphins fans, but a good one overall, and I will see you guys in the next one.
To his left, Nassib, and the pass intercepted. Beautiful interception by McCain, as the pass was intended for Sterling Shepard. McCain run out of bounds. Moore in traffic, and it goes over the intended receiver and into the arms of Matt Hazel. The pass looked like it was intended for A.J. Cruz,